Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. This show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals.
I'm in tune, I'm plotting my next move. I made sure I can't lose by changing my mental. I'm focused, I'm in tune, I'm plotting my next move. I made sure I can't lose by changing my mental.
Today's focus is on a bullpen that's been tremendous recently. From the setup arms to the closers, this group literally changes outcomes of games, Singy.
It's been incredible to watch, Boog. And once the starters hand over the ball, it's been practically game over for the opposition. That bullpen will likely play a major role in this one today, too.
First pitch coming your way next. All right, first pitch coming up. Our starter in this one, Mitchell Parker. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Shortstop,
ready to go? Here's Francisco Lindor. That's off the inside corner, and this one is off and running. Next offering is in for a strike.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And now it's Juan Soto.
He's done a great job making contact recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
One strike.
Soto with a homer in his last game. Runner at first with no outs here. And that one fouled off. The pitch. That one not close. And it's 1-2. That one missed. Lindor on at first, nobody out. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
First and second, no outs. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. Hauls it in on the warning track. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only one out. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Mark Vientos.
This at bat might not seem like a huge deal right now, but baseball is a game of moments, and what happens here could change everything.
That misses the zone. Ball one. And fouled off. Runners at the corners, one away as we play game one of this 4-game series. And the count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Ball.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Runners are at the corners, one away. The other way, takes it to the bag himself and doubles him off. Mets leave one. Now it'll be Washington's turn. It's a scoreless ball game. This is Mets baseball on the show NYC. Back here with my pal Singy and towing the slab, Clay Holmes.
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So you know, more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
Fought off foul. That one fouled off. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Line to the left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Now it's going to be Jacob Young. Slice the other way and foul. Nobody out. Runner at first. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
In the dirt, 1-2 to count.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
He needed out one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just one of those seeing high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. 3 hits last night. So he was a big factor in getting that win. Sinker catches the zone at the knees. First and second here, no outs.
1-1.
In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Up the middle. Into the outfield, base hit. Around third. He will score, and the Nats take the lead.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here's C.J. Abrams now. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in. You got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
Young on second. Low at first with no outs. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Way inside, and that hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And now it's Luis Garcia. Golden opportunity right here. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Bases loaded, nobody out. A laser to left, base hit. 1 runs in. Here's the throw. The tag, safe. And they lead by 3.
That's all he needed, just a simple base hit, and he drives in 2 in a huge spot. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
James Wood now at the plate. One of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. No outs, runners at first and second. That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. 1 run is in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third.
Back-to-back base hits. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse. He didn't miss a stitch.
And now the right fielder, Stone Garrett. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
2 on, 1 out. That misses the zone, and now 2-0. to right. Soto sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. Both runners tagging. He's in on the sac fly, and the lead is up to 5.
Man, there's a sac fly to bring home another run in this inning. These hitters are just piling it on. We're seeing some really quality at-bats out of this team right now.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Runner at third, 2 away. Line to left. Base hit and a run in to score. Back to the top of the lineup, and now it's Ahmed Rosario. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. In for a strike, 0-1.
Well, clear game plan coming in this one. Be aggressive against this starter. Try to knock him out of this ball game, and it looks like they're on their way to doing that. Get into the bullpen a little bit early. Could be a great offensive day.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Nabs it, and that is that. So in the end, 10 come to the plate. 6 of them come around to score. Second inning coming up from our nation's capital. It's the Nationals 6 and the Mets nothing. Back here in Nationals Park, top of the second, and now here's the veteran DH, Starling Marte. Parker back to work.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
That one out to right, and it drops in. And a good start to the inning. Jeff McNeil stands in. And first offering is fouled off. Marte gets his lead at first with nobody out. This to center field. Young puts it away, and there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Francisco Alvarez getting ready to hit.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Line drive, caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. That's outside, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
And another ball.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
2 outs. Just missed.
3-0.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
So first and second with 2 outs. Tyrone Taylor digs in now. Right through there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
First and second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that's a fair ball. Marte is waved home. He'll score. Runner holds at third, so just one across on the play.
Comes through with the RBI.
Now
Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
So the lineup flips over. Now a chance for Francisco Lindor. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. Check swing, called strike. Next offering is fouled back. 2 aboard, 2 outs.
One and two.
This one in the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. 2 on, 2 outs. And that one is lifted in the air. Young. And that'll do it. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Up now for Washington, Jacob Young. Swing and a ground ball. McNeil tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Foul ball there. Holmes ready to fire now. Just missed.
Clearly he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
And it is 2-1. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, shortstop, C.J.
Here's C.J. Abrams today. The shortstop takes the ball. That one missing inside.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Just missed. Lowe stands at first with 1 out. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. He drove in 2 with a single his first time up. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard. 2 on, 1 out. He swings and fouls one off.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now before the pitch, he looks him back. Steps off, lead runner back to second. And that's the second disengagement now.
Oh! 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye right there.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
McNeil to second. There's one. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the Nationals 6 and the Mets 1. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Soto getting the start in right. 26 years old, and he's a former home run derby champ. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. That one just misses, and that is ball 1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball to the right side. Over to Lowe. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Now batting, first baseman Pete Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. He's 0 for 1. That's out to center field. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman Mark
2 down,
Vientos.
base is empty. Mark Vientos, the next to hit. And that's in for a strike. Two out, space is empty. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Abrams tosses to first, and that will end the inning. Mets go down quickly. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, James Wood.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Just missed.
That's a ball.
Well, these Nats doing a good job at the plate with runners on base, and that can be a key difference maker in the game. They put a bunch of runs on the board, thanks in large part to 4 hits with runners in scoring position.
That one pushed foul. Here's a 1-2. Swings and misses. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Now here is Stone Garrett. in for a strike. Good slider.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
1 out, bases empty. Not even close there. And 1-1.
On top of that, they haven't left many guys on base, so they've been efficient getting runners on and finding ways to bring them home.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1-2.
Hammered, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman Paul DeYoung.
Down the third baseman, Paul DeYoung. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you
Now
can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Hammered on the line to the left, base hit. Rudder puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with 2 out.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Next to hit, Ahmed Rosario. On the inside corner for a strike. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. The throw in. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Some things we shoot. Oh, cool hat trick. Watch me backspin off the atlas. Past tense, maneuver through you has-beens. I'm laughing. Don't hear the ignore cheese, but recognize this tough.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
The designated hitter, Starling Marte.
Like a river, I keep rolling, rolling. Back to you, I keep rolling, rolling. Back to you. If I'm a river running on, you're the ocean blue. You're on the path down the heaven road, leading me through the water.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. Center field. Young makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, second baseman Jeff McNeil.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Ball 1 there. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Fastball for a strike.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. To the right side. And that chance handled. Slinging it to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 outs, base is empty. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. 0 for 1 so far. In the air, center field. Young in position. Brings it in. And that's the 3rd out.
Funk up the plays, just wanna see that stank on your face. Funk up the plays, we just trying to dance, yo, turn up the bass. We about to go, what's about to happen, girl?
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and now up for Washington, Jacob Young. That's way outside. Ball 1. Left field. Nimmo has it sized up and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 1 away.
Up next for the Nationals.
Next to hit for the Nats, Nathaniel
Lowe.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. Out to short. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play. Just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
Man at first with 1 gone. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, C.J. Abrams.
No ball. 1 strike.
Man at first, 1 away. That's the 3rd, but it kicks foul. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The shortstop takes the ball.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
On the ground left side. 6, 4,
He's out.
3 double play. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Nationals 6 and the Mets 1. Back in Washington, D.C. And now Brandon
Nimmo.
They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. And there's a ball.
What's a good pitch there.
1 ball.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And that's outside. And that's ball 3.
3-1.
Fastball for a strike.
3 balls. 2 strikes.
Line drive, makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And it's even up. And misses inside.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
The Nationals leading by 5, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next pitch way upstairs.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Careful.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And there's ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Lindor.
Back to the top of the Mets order. So up next for New York, Francisco Lindor, 1 for 2.
One ball, no strike.
In the dirt, blocked.
Huh.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2. Fly ball down the line. Garrett, long run. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Dylan Cruz coming into the game now as the injury replacement.
Now playing in right field, number 3, Dylan Cruz.
Misses inside. Full count now.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow he found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Soto in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Fastball the inside corner for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Up the middle. Nice grab.
Up next for the Mets, first baseman Pete Alonso.
So first and second with 2 outs. Pete Alonso will hit next. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch misses.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Up the middle, Abrams. The throw to first, out number 3. 2 left for the Mets. They trail it 6-1.
Show me what I'm missing. Show me how you listen. This is my addiction. I know that I'm listening. Wasn't planning on this.
Back here in Nationals Park. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Holmes back to work. Just missed.
You know, these Nationals really producing with runners on. It's been a right place, right time kind of game for them. With runners in scoring position, they've come through more than 50% of the time, and you can see the damage it's created on the scoreboard.
And they'll do it again. Flying drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And the leadoff man aboard. James Wood digging in for the Nationals. Drove in 2 runs on a double back in the first. He's 1 for 2.
They've thrived in the high-impact moments of this ball game, and I love seeing it. It's always impressive to me when hitters can rise to the occasion when the pressure's on and drive that runner in.
Yeah, there's the strike.
0-1.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, right fielder, Dylan Cruz.
And now Dylan Cruz taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. There's a strike.
Well, Boog, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have expected that this pitcher would be in such a groove and still in the ball game at this point.
First and second, no outs. Last half of inning number 5. On the ground, 2 ball. Good feed. That's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Paul DeYoung digging in for the Nationals.
Third baseman, Paul DeYoung.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
No ball.
Sometimes
1 strike.
being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's 1.
He's out.
Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. So it's no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We're through 5. It's the Nationals 6 and the Mets 1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Ripped on a line. Puts it away for the out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Line to left. Wood snags it for the second out.
Up next for the Mets, second baseman Jeff McNeil.
2 down, bases empty. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. McNeil, multi-time All-Star, 32 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over .325 in his last 10 games. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a ball popped up. And it stays fair.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
So a man aboard, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Francisco Alvarez. And first offering is fouled off. This one in the air, right field. Cruz on his way over, and that'll do it. One hit, one left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the sixth. It's the Nationals 6 and the Mets 1.
Push the button on you haters, hit the thrusters, hit the switch, cross spit flames out the mufflers.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now
New
for
York
the bottom
Mets.
of the sixth, and there's a new
Number
pitcher on the
58.
mound, Paul Blackburn.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And here's the catcher,
Leading off
Keibert
for the
Ruiz.
Nationals, catcher Keibert Ruiz.
That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1. Fouled off left side. The 0-2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Now batting, designated hitter, Ahmed
Rosario digging in for the Nationals. And that one cutting but missing down low. Foul ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, center fielder Jacob
So up next,
Young.
Jacob Young. And a foul ball. Maybe a 2-ball. 5. It's in and out of his glove. Quick feed to second for 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Nathaniel Lowe digging in for the Nationals. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Now a fly ball to right center. Taylor ranging after it. He's got it. Runner tags from third. The relay to the plate. Not in time. He's safe. A run comes in on the play.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
C.J. Abrams digging in for the Nationals. Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Great jump, and that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Ground ball left side. Jump throw across his body. Nicely done for the out. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Nationals 7 and the Mets 1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, number 68.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
And he dodges that fastball.
1 ball.
Oh, the adrenaline's pumping right there. Pretty good fastball. Unfortunately, it got away from him. He's going to have to corral things a little bit.
That's down and in.
No strike.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Next offering is in for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
On the ground to the left. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Fortunately, they've got a big lead on the scoreboard, so that error shouldn't hurt too much. But you have to be careful about losing concentration in a game like this. It can be an easy trap to fall into.
And at first, and next for the Mets, Tyrone Taylor. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Jesse Winker. A runner at first for him, nobody out. And that one fouled off. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Well done behind the dish.
Shortstop, Francisco
Now
Lindor.
up to hit, Francisco Lindor. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. That one's in there, and that's strike 1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Now it gets away from Ruiz. Runner holds, and it's a full count.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
So first and second with one man gone. Here's Juan Soto. 1 for 3. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
In there at the knees for a strike.
0-2.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in the top half of inning number 7. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
He's begging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
Check swing. Now an appeal to third. And he went around, according to Patrick Johnson. Pete Alonso getting ready to hit.
First baseman, Pete Alonso.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Low makes the play, and that is that. This one pretty well decided at this point. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Nationals 7 and the Mets 1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Washington, second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Out to center. Winker heads towards it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One away.
Now batting, left fielder, James Wood.
Up now for Washington, James Wood. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. Pitch is in there. 0-2 now. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Winker makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Dylan.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Dylan Cruz. 0 for 1, he hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Hit in the air, center field. Nimmo has it sized up. Brings it in. That is the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The sidewalk talks from Houston to New York, writing words of Van talk from LA to Newport, walking home from school or walking on ball courts. It hears and recounts tales told by all sorts. The sidewalk told me the greener pastures. I've only seen a city full of snobs, streets, geeks, and actors. With money preachers the past and many broken bridges. It's lined with barbed wire, not some pretty picket fences in the feet.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Activity in the Washington bullpen. Jose A. Ferrer looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Number 62 also getting ready. That one hit to right. And it falls. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
So a man at first. Starling Marte up to hit. And that's in there for strike 1.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
In the dirt. That one the other way. Pulls it in on the run. One down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. That one missed. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And the batter now, Francisco Alvarez. One out. Runners at first and second. Next pitch is outside.
1-1.
Outside with a breaking ball. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Coming home. One run across. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Loud contact, leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Number 68 will depart, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third, so looking for some help there. Back in a minute.
Now pitching.
Now on the mound for the Nationals, Jose A. Ferrer.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
Two on, one out. And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Just off the inside edge. Two on, one out. And that's in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swinging a foul straight back. Not close, and it deflects away. But all the runners hold. Just misses.
That's a ball.
And that's ball 3.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
And they're all loaded up.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
So bases loaded with one away. So up next for New York, Jesse Winker. That one ripped, but foul. Bases loaded, one away. Base hit, one run is in. And they hold the runner at third. Bases remain loaded here. Still only one gone.
With the bases juiced, he refused to get pull happy. He stayed within himself, drove the ball to center field. That'll get across a run.
One out, bases loaded. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. A switch hitter batting right.
Get on base here and keep building off this momentum. They're getting closer, but they still got some work to do.
That's inside. Tying run at the plate. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Just missed.
That's a ball.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
The tying run at the plate. On the ground to short, could be two. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. To second, and he's safe.
Now batting, right fielder Juan Soto.
Juan Soto up now for the Mets. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership.
Ground ball, could be two. To second, Abrams. Double play. What a quick killing to end the inning. So they get 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, but 2 are left stranded. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Nationals 7 and the Mets 4. And we're back. Bottom of the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Paul DeYoung.
Third baseman, Paul DeYoung.
Blackburn back to work. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the catcher, Keibert Ruiz. And that one is downstairs, and that's ball 1.
No strike.
Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
And that one hammered way back there. And that is gone. He made him pay for that one. And they boost their lead. It's 9-4.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
And here's the DH for Washington. Nasim Nunez entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Paul Blackburn gives way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
the Mets with a new arm on the mound, Danny Young.
Number 81.
He's into the game with the bases empty.
Young.
And that's a little bit high. 1-0. And another ball.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
There's a strike. And that's in the dirt. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And it's fouled away. Struck him out looking.
Now batting.
So digging in, Jacob Young. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Still only one out here in the inning. And that one is in the dirt. And it's 2-0. He was late there. Strike one.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Slice down the right side. Next offering is downstairs.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone cold take.
Now batting.
Runner on at first with one gone. And here's the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
The 0-1. Runner on the go. There's a ball.
1-1.
Throw, and they got him.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Winker should have it. Hauls it in to end the inning. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run homer. Last chance coming up here for the Mets.
You softly, cause you're like the gas tank of a Mr. Softies in the winter. They ain't feeling you. See, every time you see me, I got something new.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, number 62.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. And there's a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Fought off foul. Next
1-2.
offering is down low. Movement in the bullpen. DJ Hers looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Law, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and they come away without an out.
Now batting, third baseman,
And
Mark
next will be the Mets
Vientos.
cleanup hitter, Mark Vientos. Slider misses outside. That's in for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The Nats leading by 5 here at the top of the ninth.
Count full.
Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Boog, he was shopping at the ball
Now batting,
right there, the way that
designated
slider made it
hitter,
look. That was just
Starling Marte.
nasty.
Here's Starling Marte. That clips the inside corner for a
No
strike.
ball, 1 strike.
And that one ripped into right. Fair ball. Alonso headed for third. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Now here is Jeff McNeil. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Second and third, 1 away. Liner snagged at first.
Great diving catch on the line drive, and the ground does not cause a
Now batting,
fumble.
catcher,
Great
Francisco
athleticism on that
Alvarez.
play right there.
So they're down to their final out. And here is Francisco Alvarez. He swings and misses at the first pitch.
0-1.
0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
This could end it. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this team was ready from the first pitch of the ball game. Swinging the bats, scoring runs, just very aggressive. I feel like they set the tone, and that tone created a momentum that took them all the way to the finish line. Nice win today.
9-4, our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
I think you know what I'm after. If you wanna get in, baby, give me the password. Let's go faster. Do a Why's it always feel like I only go backwards? Got patterns, no way to escape this. Eyes wide shut, someone hit me with lace. You can't shake this, take this, fake it or make this. Feeling go away, you're in love with the fame. Feeling lonely, no one to call myself a now I'm over the homies. Not every kid should be getting the trophy. Phonies and cronies wanting to turn the bands only. Came on my love with paper or plastic. Just need to touch it, it's fantastic. This is classic practice.
You can slip, let it simmer, mix up, but you could be my dinner. She said, why you always got your head high in the clouds, your eyes to the sky and your face to the stars. I can hear them calling me awfully hard. You best believe before I leave, I'ma leave my mark. And we got